Aloha YouTube and welcome to this video. My name is Motivational Micah, and in this video we're going to be talking about breaking the chain. You are not who you want to be. At least not yet. There is a difference between the you I'm talking to right now and the you actually want to become in life. I know this because currently I am not the person I have always wanted to become. I am currently in the process of becoming that person. I know I'm just in a stage of great change in my life, and I'm actually working on myself to become better each and every single day. I'm taking action and taking steps necessary to achieve my dreams in life. The you I'm talking to right now is most likely not your authentic version of yourself. You're not your best version of yourself you can possibly be, at least not yet. But don't worry, it's not your fault. At some point, we all realize we are all a product of our upbringing and our society. We have to adapt and become less than who we truly are. We find our way to fit in and change into something we're not originally or organically. Whether you want to believe this or not, you have been brainwashed, manipulated, molded, and controlled, particularly your entire life, or practically your entire life. The world we live in is a cruel world fueled with negativity and ego. Almost everybody is hurting and suffering, so naturally they perpetuate and mimic this negativity over and over and over again. It has been an endless cycle since the start. If you actually want to see a very simple truth that should be obvious to you because it's very obvious to me, I'm going to give an example of how this generational cycle is occurring, okay? So my grandmother, on my mom's side, is over-controlling, always getting into people's personal business, enjoys gossiping, and loves drama. She is a fairly toxic person and has almost no self-reflection. She does not notice how she affects the people around her. She has 7 kids, and none of them are willing to live with her as she grows older. The sad thing is, most of the time she's able to put on a really good facade. So a lot of people that do encounter her and meet her would not think that this is true. But the people who are actually related to her know that this is true. So my mom was raised on a farm and worked extremely hard her entire life. She is usually worried about things she really doesn't need to be worried about. She seems to have this inability to relax and would rather stress about life. She too is becoming a lot like her mom, my grandmother. She gets too involved in family's personal life and wants to control or tell everyone exactly how they should do things. She at times can get pretty toxic and very rarely sees how she affects the people she talks to. She is unaware of how she hurts others with what she says and how she says them. She can be overly dramatic and does talk about other people more than she should. She just doesn't seem to have that ability to let go and move on in life. I hope one day she can just relax and watch life unfold in front of her eyes. But at the moment, she'd rather stress and work really hard. I know that this is not really who my mom actually is. My mom is just running on autopilot currently. She was raised a certain way, and she mimics the way she was raised. I do not intend to badmouth my mom or my grandmother. I'm just using them as examples. I love my mom, and I always will. Whether or not she continues to run on autopilot or she decides she wants to change and become the person she knows she truly is, I could care less. I will love her regardless. No one has ever supported me and sacrificed more than she has, and no one could ever do more than she ever has for me. I love her, I love her, I love her. Very blessed to have her in my life. I couldn't ask for a better mother in this lifetime. The concept I'm talking about is monkey see, monkey do. I see my sister now becoming a lot more like my mom. I wish things were not so, but it is too obvious for me to deny. I'm not saying that these are bad people. They are all great and loving women. They just are repeating a pattern that was taught to them at a young age, and they are bringing it and keeping it with their life as they progress through life. If you look hard enough, you will see children becoming their parents. And as they become their parents, they too shape their children to be more like them. This is generational mimicking, or the cycle that has occurred from the dawn of humanity, played out from father to son, mother to daughter, over and over, until someone says enough and chooses to change themselves and become the person they actually want to become in life. Some unintentionally or very intentionally decide to be the exact opposite of their parents, and that too isn't the authentic version of themselves either. They are just trying to be the exact opposite, which isn't particularly the healthiest way to go about it as well. It's not a healthy pattern either. This is one of the biggest chains that must be broken. It must be broken in order for us to evolve and become who we truly are meant to become. It is very important to understand that this is not your parents' fault. It is not your grandparents' fault. It's not your great-grandparents' fault. This is something that has been occurring over and over and over and over throughout humanity's entire history. From the dawn of humanity, this cycle has been occurring. And it's up to you to make a change or do something about it if you want to change or do something about it. I think it's just at this point we are now awakening into this awareness required to actually visualize this, to see this, and do something about this, to change this pattern. I too have my own issues that I'm currently working on to fix. My parents were always broke, so I too have always been broke. I take after my father and decided to be very chill, particularly lazy, and always talked about taking action but never actually took any action. So those are all things I'm working on currently. I'm in the process of becoming who I actually want to be. I acknowledge that I am where I am, and that where I am is not ultimately where I want to end up. I do have a very clear vision of who I want to be, and nothing will stop me from becoming it. When I was young, my dad used to tell me that I always asked him, "Daddy, can you fix it?" I know I most likely was talking about some toy or something in particular, but now I've realized something deeper about it. I actually want to fix the world. I fix the world by fixing myself. I'm going to help you fix you, and I hope that inspires you to help fix others. We will, with enough people fixed, we will eventually and actually be able to change the world and fix the world. The world itself will eventually have no choice but to be fixed and stay fixed for good. This is what's going to happen when we spread love and aloha everywhere. That is my goal. That's why I'm making these videos. Fixing is really just another word of healing. So we all need to heal ourselves and try to heal each other, and then we can heal the world. That is the dream. That is my dream. That is why I'm making these videos. Love conquers all. We are the light that is here to outshine this extreme darkness our world has trapped us in order to leave a world filled with love and support for the future generations. If you've enjoyed this video, share it with your friends, your family, whoever you think needs to hear it. I also will have a more specific video on how to heal or fix yourself and how to change your life here. It'll be a short video, nothing too special, but I appreciate you watching this video. Mahalo for supporting me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy your life. Go be whoever you want to be in life. You know, this is just something I've discovered, and I felt I would like to share it with you guys. So much gratitude and mahalo. Have a good one, you guys.